And we have another addendum segment to Touchdown this week where we're trying out a new on-screen personality, Miss Katie Eichhorn, and she's going to talk a little bit about who's rising and who's falling in the NFL.
Well, you've touched on it earlier, and I had very similar ideas this week about who looked impressive, who less so. I'd like to second and give a shout out to my home state. Cincinnati looks pretty awesome right now. As we said before, they're playing very balanced ball. They look good on both sides of it. And I was particularly impressed, I think everyone was, with the Sanu Dalton touchdown play. They keep things interesting. Their offense is exciting. And if you've got any time that you've got a wide receiver throwing to your quarterback and making it look relatively easy, that's fun to watch. So I'm cheering for my boys from my hometown state, even though, yeah, they're the rivals of my team. Arizona, where, when, why? I don't know. But they're 3-0, and they beat the Chargers. They beat the 49ers. They beat a less impressive Giants team, but still. The Chargers themselves beat the Seahawks, which makes it an impressive win in its own right. They've got their backup quarterback playing. He doesn't seem to be struggling. Drew Stanton is throwing very well. They've got older players, younger players. Wide receiver John Brown in his rookie season caught 2 passes, I believe, 2 touchdown passes in that game. So I'd say we keep an eye on those two. Who's looking less impressive? I'm not impressed with the 49ers at the moment, despite they go up and down. Kaepernick has been inconsistent, to say the least. And ironically, they have given up 49 points by the 49ers in the second half in the first 3 weeks. So that's a little scary. They've only scored 3 points in the second half all season. Granted, we're only in week 4. Packers also, I'm hesitant to rule the Packers out yet, or to be too terribly worried. To say that any game in the 4th week is a must-win is a little scary for me, but I would say they need a serious kick in the pants, because to go 1-3 right now would be a very hard road to come back from. Unfortunately, or fortunately for the Packers, they've been in this position before. They've gone into the playoffs with the nearly 500% record, or point.
Nearly
anyway.
500 record.
Nearly
yes,
500 record.
Absolutely.
And blown the pants off everybody at the end. So
the year they won the Super Bowl.
The year they won the Super Bowl, they were, I think about 500 going in. Rodgers is certainly a comeback kid. I don't think we've seen the last of Green Bay. It would definitely be beneficial to see them win this week. But I think that'll be a game full of passion, as every time that Green Bay and Chicago see each other, there's emotions are high.
So who do you have in that game, just out of curiosity?
I think the Packers are going to turn their season around with this one and start a new road, but I think it'll be close. And high scoring, as you mentioned earlier.
And Philadelphia at San Francisco?
I'm having a very tough time thinking about what could happen in that game. If Kaepernick shows up and we have a fully healthy offense for San Francisco, I think they could pull it out.
And lastly, and hey, this is no pressure, but New England at Kansas City?
I will pretty much always cheer against the Patriots. I'm going to go with Kansas City, especially with a healthy Charles back.
Good to hear. Yes, you're hired. Absolutely. And just a little bit about yourself. You're a Browns fan, you say?
Yeah, that in its own right is a hard road. They have not been decent in my memory, but I was born, as many sports traditions are, I was born into it, so I support the team of my father. And watched a heartbreaking Browns loss last week. I really thought they were gonna pull it through for against the Ravens, but sadly, as many Browns games end in last-second disappointment once again. But they got a bye week to recover, so hopefully they can kick it back into gear.
Well, coming from Kansas City, a place where we haven't had a playoff win in any major sport, not counting soccer, since 1993, I can certainly sympathize. So, thanks a lot for coming in. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys again next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.